All right, good evening. Welcome to the Village of Riverside promotional ceremony for members of the Riverside Fire and Police Departments. I am grateful that the weather has cooperated with us tonight, and this event was able to be held without any rain or high humidity. I would like to, at this time, thank Village President Joe Ballerine, who's standing right behind me, the members of the Village Board who are right next to him. There's other members walking up. I see them coming in now. As well as Village Manager Jessica Francis for approving these promotions and allowing us to have this ceremony during a difficult time with the COVID-19 virus once again on the increase. I felt it was very important to have the ceremony take place for these much deserved promotions, which is why we are having it outside in front of the Village Hall prior to the Village Board meeting. Speaking of COVID, each of these individuals who are getting sworn in tonight have been instrumental in our response as a village to this pandemic. They all assisted with developing plans and procedures so that we as a village were successful while dealing with this virus. As we continue to battle COVID, as well as any and all other emergencies, these supervisors have and always will work tirelessly for the residents, employees, and those that visit the Village of Riverside to maintain a safe and protected environment. At this time, I'm going to ask Village Clerk Cathy Haley to step forward. Unfortunately, I have to get sworn in also. So Cathy's going to start with me, and then I will take care of the other promotions. All right.
If you would raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Matthew Buckley, do solemnly swear
I, Matthew Buckley, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully perform the duties
and that I will faithfully perform the duties
of the Office of Director of Public Safety
of the Office of Director of Public Safety
for the Village of Riverside, Illinois,
for the Village of Riverside, Illinois,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Okay, our first promotion that we're going to talk about tonight, he was actually promoted back in January. Actually, the next three were. They are all from the fire department. I want to bring forward Deputy Chief Jim Mulligan and his family. So Jim was hired here in December 12th of 2012. He was promoted to lieutenant back in July 26th of 2019. And this year on January 14th, he was promoted to the rank of deputy chief. He's currently our department training officer, a certified paramedic, advanced firefighter, fire apparatus engineer, fire service vehicle operator, fire instructor 2, hazardous materials technician, fire officer 2, vehicle machinery technician, and a structural collapse vertical rescue trench rescue technician. I know that's a lot, and he looks very young, and I'll tell you what, that is why Jim is up here. He's very ambitious, he takes his job very seriously, and he does everything he can to better himself on a daily basis. And that's what we want here at Riverside. That is why Jim was promoted to deputy chief. Jim does a great job, and we look forward to many good things in the future, especially because he is so young. He's going to be around a while. Cathy, if you could please, Jim, on this.
You could raise your right hand. I, James Mulligan, do solemnly swear
I, James Mulligan, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution and the State of Illinois.
and I will faithfully perform the duties
I will faithfully perform the duties
of the Office of Deputy Fire Chief
of the Office of Deputy Fire Chief
for the Village of Riverside, Illinois,
for the Village of Riverside, Illinois,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
At this time, Jim will have his badge pinned on by his father, Kevin. Don't hurt him. Next, I'm going to bring up Battalion Chief Ray Williamson. Ray was hired here September 4th, 1992. He's one of our older guys. He was promoted lieutenant January 26, 2003, and promoted to battalion chief January 14th, 2021. He's a certified emergency medical technician, advanced firefighter, fire apparatus engineer, fire service vehicle operator, fire instructor 1, hazardous materials operations, and fire officer 1. So Ray is currently working towards his advanced fire officer certifications, and we look forward to many good things coming from Ray. Okay.
Am I
I, Ray Williamson, do solemnly swear
I, Ray Williamson, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully perform the duties
and that I will faithfully perform the duties
of the Office of Fire Department Battalion Chief
of the Office of Fire Department Battalion Chief
for the Village of Riverside, Illinois,
for the Village of Riverside, Illinois,
to the best of my
to the
ability.
best of my ability.
Congratulations.
And Ray will have his badge pinned on by his wife, Stephanie. Thank you. Next, we have Battalion Chief Dan Tabb. Many of you know Dan is also our Public Works Director. Dan was hired here May 21st, 2002, promoted lieutenant July 26, 2019, and battalion chief January 14th of this year. He's a certified emergency medical technician, advanced firefighter, fire apparatus engineer, fire service vehicle operator, and hazardous materials operations. Cap, please. Dan, step back here. Dan.
Dan or Daniel? All right. I, Dan Tabb, do solemnly swear
I, Dan Tabb, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and support the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully perform the duties
and I will faithfully perform the duties
of the Office of Fire Department Battalion Chief
of the Office of Fire Department Battalion Chief
for the Village of Riverside, Illinois,
for the Village of Riverside, Illinois,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Dan will have his badge pinned on by his wife, Kelly. Good job. And now we will move over to the police department. Let me bring up Frank Lara. Frank Lara has been with the Village of Riverside for over 34 years, starting as a patrol officer in 1987. His previous position was the operations lieutenant for Riverside Police Department. His duties include direct supervision of the day, afternoon, and midnight shift patrol sergeants and the detectives. He is responsible for the daily supervision of patrol, investigations, and parking enforcement units, and for the equipment, building, and fleet management program. In his various positions within Riverside Police Department, he supervised our traffic unit, juvenile officer unit, crime prevention unit, and our school crossing guards. Frank was a juvenile officer, breath alcohol operator, school resource officer, and certified child safety seat technician. He earned officer in charge in 1997 and went on to be promoted to patrol sergeant in 2003, to detective sergeant in 2013, and in 2017 was promoted to lieutenant. Frank is a graduate of Northwestern University Center for Public Safety School of Staff and Command and holds certificates of graduation from the Midwest Leadership Institute and the Illinois Law Enforcement Training and Standard Board for lead homicide investigator. He served as commander for the Major Case Assistance Team and an investigator on the West Suburban Major Crimes Task Force. I should also note that Lieutenant Lara also serves as the treasurer for the Illinois Police Association. So I'd like to congratulate Frank as he's promoted to the position of Deputy Chief here at Riverside.
I, Frank Lara, do solemnly swear
That I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully perform the duties
and I will faithfully perform the duties
of the office of Deputy Police Chief
of the office of Deputy Police Chief
of the Village of Riverside, Illinois,
of the Village of Riverside, Illinois,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability. Thank you.
At this time, I'll ask his wife Cheryl to pin his badge. Be nice. At this time, can Leo Kotor please come up front? So Leo Kotor has been with the Village of Riverside for over 25 years and previously served as Detective Sergeant here at the Police Department. His duties include the direct supervision of the Investigations Unit and the detectives. Growing up in Riverside, before his various positions within the Police Department, he was a police explorer and began his career as our very first community service officer in 1996 and went on to become a patrol officer in 1998. Officer in charge in 2006, sergeant in 2013, and detective sergeant in 2017. Many of you don't know, but Leo was also a firefighter here at Riverside. Police field training officer, firearms instructor, taser instructor, and use of force instructor. He's an evidence technician, a supervisor for the Major Case Assistance Team and the West Suburban Major Crimes Homicide Task Force. He was on the NIPUS Emergency Services Team for 18 years and served as the Assistant Entry Team Leader. Leo is a graduate of Northwestern University Center for Public Safety School of Staff and Command and their Executive Management Program, and holds certificates of graduation from the Midwest Leadership Institute and the Illinois Law Enforcement Training and Standards Board. He has also held training seminars to educate students and staff at Riverside schools on various issues in an effort to help keep them aware and safe while at school. Congratulations, Leo.
Do solemnly swear
I, Leo Kotor, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully perform the duties
and I will faithfully perform the duties
of the Office of Police Commander
of the Office of Police Commander
for the Village of Riverside, Illinois,
for the Village of Riverside, Illinois,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I really love you.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I'll now ask his wife Jennifer to pin his badge. I think you got a crowd that wants you to poke them. I don't know. I ask Brian Greenenwald to please step forward. So Brian Greenenwald has been with the Village of Riverside for nearly 14 years. He began his career as a police officer in 2007, earning the rank of officer in charge in 2013. And he has served in that position where his duties include the direct supervision of the officers on that shift in the absence of the sergeant. Brian has actually served in that position for several months as the supervisor due to the fact that his sergeant was injured in a vehicle accident. Prior to his time in college, he was a member of the Riverside Police Explorer Post. Since becoming a police officer, he took charge of the Riverside Police Explorer Post in 2008, where many of his explorers have gone on to successful law enforcement careers of their own. Officer Greenewald earned a bachelor's in criminal justice from Illinois State University, and in 2018 was inducted into ISU's esteemed College of Applied Science and Technology Academy of Achievement. He earned a Master of Science degree in criminal justice in 2011 from Lewis University. Brian is our evidence coordinator and drug recognition expert instructor, which is the highest level of expertise available to impaired driving training. Officer Greenewald regularly educates high school students in the dangers of intoxicated driving. He has frequently been recognized by the Alliance Against Intoxicated Motorists for his DUI enforcement efforts and received the coveted Hero Award from the Mothers Against Drunk Driving. He has received that award 5 times. So I now present to you Sergeant Brian Greenenwald.
I, Brian Greenenwald, do solemnly swear
I, Brian Greenenwald, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully perform the duties
and that I will faithfully perform the duties
of the Office of Police Sergeant
of the Office of Police Sergeant
for the Village of Riverside, Illinois,
for the Village of Riverside, Illinois,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
I'll now ask Brian's wife, Allison, to pin his badge. Good job. Congrats, Brian. So in conclusion, I would like to thank everyone in attendance for supporting the fire and police departments here at Riverside, and especially our new supervisors. Please stop by the fire station to congratulate those who were promoted and enjoy some light refreshments. The doors will be open. Pam did an excellent job putting together a nice spread, so please take advantage of it. Unfortunately, we have to go into a board meeting now, so we'll be tied up for a while. Hopefully not too long. So thank you very much.